G'day everyone, thought I'd pop in with a quick tutorial for you. I wanted to talk to you about sometimes, and this is something that I think I've actually done wrong, and I'll be talking about this when I actually release this full video that you'll see very soon, but I did want to go through it with you, talking about sometimes fighting the ambient light with a flash that probably doesn't need to be there, and I wanted to talk to you about that. And I did realise this once I was doing the shoot, and I mentioned that, but I thought I'd discuss the results with you, and you can have a chat down below to see what you think about what I'm saying. But basically what was happening here is if I switch over to here, you can see that I had a off-camera flash. Now this is the Profoto B1 that I've actually got here that's on a tripod stand, or a stand that's just sort of sitting through here. It does have a grid on it, so the light is being forced to be constrained coming down towards Kiara. But the thing was, and this is what I wasn't thinking about when I was doing the shoot, was the main light, which would be the key light, is actually coming from this window that is really strong. And you can see that just looking at Kiara from those results there. So in fact, the only reason why I would want to use this light at the back here is to add a little bit of fill, but I don't think it actually needed it, and I realised that once I was doing the shoot. So I thought I'd talk to you about that and show you the results of actually what I was talking about when I actually did the shoot. And I just want you to be aware of it when we're actually going through it. So let me just switch back here, and I'm going to go on to over here, and you'll see what I'm talking about here now. Now, this is the shot that basically I just grabbed from the image that you just saw then. This was shot at 1/125th of a second at f1.8, ISO 100, and it was the 85mm Batis. And you can see it's really nicely exposed, and I like everything about it, apart from that you can start to see that I'm now getting that flash look coming through here. You can see where the shadows have actually started to appear on the on her body through there. Now, I don't really mind that, to be honest, but it could be better. The other thing is too, I've lost the shape and definition because that Profoto is standing over here, coming over to that area there. It's basically eliminated the shadows on that side of the body, and that's where I was saying that you have to be reasonably careful about where you position your flash and using flash. And this is the thing that I've noticed an awful lot of people are now starting to do. They're just starting to use flash when it probably doesn't need to be used. Because flash was such a hot topic, particularly things like HSS and things like that, I think it's starting to become a little bit overused, and you can always sort of tell when it's been used and it's probably not the right time to use it. Now, the reason why I'm saying that was, and you'll see on the video when I post that, because you'll see the full video about how this has been done, but the next image here was I actually turned the flash off. No, sorry, that's still got the flash on. Here you can still see that it's still got the shadows appearing sort of from the side, very little now because she's turning more towards that fill light, but you can still see that there's not much of a shadow end and shape coming from the body because of where I've now using that fill flash, the Profoto on the other side. The next image was I decided to actually turn off the flash itself. Let me just check that one. That's still got the flash on, and you can see here that you can see the shadow being caused here from that fill light that's coming in from the side. Again, I'd be still quite happy with that if that was what I was going to submit. But then basically I woke up to what I should be doing, and I decided to face her towards the light. And you can see that's what I've done here. And now I've actually turned off that fill light. So the Profoto has now been turned off for these images. And I think I do much prefer this look than the other look that I was getting with the flash. And this is why I'm saying to you, you've got to be careful sometimes about always adding flash when you don't need to. And I thought this might be a great lesson that you can actually learn from what I've posted here. You can see now that she's got that beautiful shadow line coming all through her arm and on her face there, which gives her shape. And I've spoken to you about that before, that the shadows give shape and depth to the image. And now I'm starting to see that. And that was the thing with that. Straight away, the second that I woke up to what I was doing, I realised what was wrong. And like I said, I mentioned that on the clip. Again, you can sort of see through here that it's given her that beautiful shadow line coming across her face. And you can see that it's just lovely now in that shape that we're getting all through the image. And it's much more natural than it was with the fill flash. And I think I way prefer the look of that over, let me just see if I can bring both of these up. I'll have to go to library. And let me put both up. Let's see. So there you can see the two images basically on top of one another. I'll just have to reduce this down for you so that you can see it. There, so you can sort of see the difference between the two. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this. Whether you think the natural light one has a much nicer natural feel over the one at the top, which has the fill flash. Yeah, because I'd be really curious to know what you guys think. And the reason why I've showed you this is to make, everyone makes mistakes. I made a mistake when I did this shot, and I love showing things where I've gone wrong, as well as where I've succeeded. And I thought it might be something that you guys can learn from as well. If you are interested in seeing this video, it will be up soon. It may not be the next video I post, but it will be up soon, and you'll see this full shoot being done and everything about it. So that will be coming in the coming days. Any questions about this, leave them down below, because I'd love to know your thoughts about this. Any noise that you see in these images have been my post-processing. I'm a little bit into noise and stuff at the moment, and grungy feeling, and it's just the way that I'm post-processing now at the moment. The images were really clean. It's just my processing has given that noisy, grungy look.